Welcome to Brew Builds, your place for DIY home improvements. I'm Paul. Today, I get to fix a leak in an irrigation pipe that's buried around this tree. You ready? Let's dig some dirt. I'm not sure if you can see, but there's a hole in the dirt here where the water will come out when the sprinklers are on. I'm sure it has something to do with this tree. So let me grab a shovel and start digging. Tools and items needed: a shovel or two, a Sawzall or tubing cutter, Teflon tape, PVC Primer and Cement, PVC coupler, 150 grit sandpaper, a file, a towel, and some gloves. Eucalyptus trees have large tapered roots that go straight down, and this tree trunk keeps getting bigger and bigger, causing some problems for us. It was probably a cute little tree when they built this walkway and retaining wall. I've already repaired it once. I think I see a future DIY video. Well, hopefully I can dig down to the problem. Maybe the irrigation leak is why this tree is getting so big. On the brew scale, technical ability, I rate as a novice. You need to know a few tips when cutting and gluing PVC pipe. Physical ability, I rate easy to difficult, depending on how much dirt you need to dig out to get to the leak. Let me turn the water on at the sprinkler valve to see if I'm getting close to the leak. I really can't tell where the water is coming from, and now I need a way for this water to drain out. Alright, there's the irrigation pipe. I'll keep digging around it. Let's turn the water back on and find this leak. Looks like it's coming from the bottom left side. More digging. You need to expose enough of the irrigation pipe that you can get in, find what is causing the leak, and make the repairs. I think the problem is under this root, right in this area. More digging. When dealing with roots, I have found using water pressure works great to help dig around roots, so let me grab the hose. Okay, I found a union, and if you look closely, you can see the pipe going into it is crooked. I'm sure that's where the water is coming from. A while back I did a video on the comparison of using primer and not using primer on a PVC pipe. I found them both strong, but I didn't have the force of a 4-foot diameter tree trunk pushing on them. I guess this is a good real-world test of a failed PVC connection. Be sure to check out that video. You can tell that the tree trunk has pushed on and grown over this pipe. It's going to be challenging to replace this pipe as it goes under these roots towards the house. Let's see if I can pull this apart and repair it. Oh, well, that came apart easily. Alright, let me cut this out. I'll cut out a section using a Sawzall. If everything looks usable, then I'll put the section back in with a new coupler. Yep, looks like the glue pretty much failed. Okay, I'm going to clean these ends and attempt to get this back together. I should dig a new trench and replace the entire line, but that will have to wait till I have some more time. Hopefully this will last just a little bit longer. Wash off and clean the ends of the pipe. I'll also use some 150 grit sandpaper to clean the surfaces. This will also remove any old glue. Use a file to smooth out any rough edges if needed. I'll be using primer on these connections with the glue. You need to apply primer on both surfaces, enough to coat about 1 inch of the pipe. Spread it evenly, but don't let it puddle. You want to be careful that you keep the applicator out of the dirt. Once you do the primer, follow up with the glue on both surfaces. Then immediately insert the pipes together and hold. The pipes can back out a bit from the pressure, so hold it for 15 to 30 seconds. Now to connect two pipes together that are buried in dirt, you need to make sure that you have removed enough dirt so you can move the pipes to get them to fit together. Apply the primer and the glue to the two pipe ends and the coupler connector. Now put the coupler on one pipe first, and then quickly pick up both pipes to fit them into each other. Wiggle the pipes a little bit, and then check that both pipes went all the way into the coupler and hold. Let the connections dry for 15 to 20 minutes before turning the water back on to check for leaks. Remove sprinkler or drip heads to allow the line to be flushed of all the dirt and crud that could clog your drip or sprinkler system. Since there's an open pipe end, there won't be that much pressure on the new connections. Once the system has been flushed, put the heads back on and check for leaks. I know it's a bit of an overkill, but I like to use Teflon tape on my drip and sprinkler heads so they don't leak. I figure, why water a weed? Okay, everything is back together and the water is on. One last check for leaks. Well, that's it. Be sure to check out the video I made on the primer versus no primer comparison. And if this has been helpful to you, how about hitting that like button for me and subscribing to Brew Builds. Now, I guess I need to fill in this hole and clean up the mess I made in the front yard.